Sri Lanka is often called the teardrop of India because its shape on the world map resembles a teardrop. While the name may sound somber, the country itself is brimming with joy. The smiles and warmth of Sri Lankan women are unforgettable, genuine, welcoming, and always eager to connect. If you're a tea lover, Sri Lanka is a must-visit to experience its world-famous tea culture. It's also home to a sacred Bodhi tree that has stood for over 2,200 years, a symbol of its deep spiritual heritage. And here's a fun fact. In Sri Lanka, hotels aren't always places to sleep. Get ready to be amazed and intrigued by 18 fascinating facts about Sri Lanka that you may not know. Some would just take your breath away. Sri Lanka is affectionately called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean and the Teardrop of India. The name Pearl of the Indian Ocean likely reflects this small island's stunning natural beauty, unique biodiversity, and its wealth of precious gemstones. The nickname Teardrop of India comes from its teardrop shape and its location just off India's southern coast, easily noticeable on a map. Interestingly, Sri Lanka remains a lesser-known gem. Many people haven't heard much about it, and only a modest number of travelers venture here. Being an island, getting there typically means catching a flight. Covering over 65,000 square kilometers, this island nation is alive with vibrant culture and bustling life, home to more than 23 million people. Sri Lanka's rich ethnic diversity includes Sinhalese, Tamil, Moorish, and several other groups, making it a fascinating tapestry of traditions and customs. Sri Lanka's colonial history has deeply shaped its culture and economy. Even today, remnants of this legacy can be found beyond Colombo, providing a glimpse into the island's past. The colonial period began in the early 1500s under Portuguese rule. Later, the Dutch governed for nearly 150 years, until the British seized control in the early 1800s. Under British rule, Sri Lanka, then known as Ceylon, experienced major economic transformations, especially through the creation of vast tea, coffee, and rubber plantations. These industries remained critical to Sri Lanka's economy. After independence, Sri Lanka faced waves of economic and social challenges. Tensions between Tamil and Sinhalese communities, among others, disrupted both economic progress and social cohesion. These struggles culminated in 2022, when the country faced severe debt, causing difficulties in importing essentials like fuel. If you've made it this far, we hope you're enjoying this journey into Sri Lanka's history. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. It only takes 5 seconds. And we have plenty more fascinating stories to share. Now, let's explore the captivating world of tea together. If you're a tea lover, there's a good chance your cup came from Sri Lanka, a country once called Ceylon, a name forever linked with tea. The British brought the first tea plant to the island in 1824, transporting it from China. This historic plant was displayed in the Royal Botanical Gardens near Kandy, laying the foundation for what would become a thriving industry. Today, this teardrop-shaped island remains one of the world's top tea producers and exporters, with over 1 million of its 23 million citizens working in tea production. For tea enthusiasts visiting Sri Lanka, the Ceylon Tea Museum, located just 4 kilometers south of Kandy, is an essential stop. It's the perfect spot to sip a cup of exceptional tea while delving into the fascinating history of Sri Lanka's tea industry. The museum showcases exhibits honoring tea pioneers like James Taylor and Thomas Lipton, whose efforts made tea a beloved ritual in homes across the United Kingdom. When you visit Sri Lanka, you'll often be met with warm smiles and genuine hospitality, not only in popular tourist spots but also in small towns and rural villages. Sri Lankans deeply value community, respect, and kindness, and they will go out of their way to assist anyone in need. Children are everywhere, curious and quick to greet foreigners with laughter and wide-eyed wonder. If you offer them a piece of chocolate or a small gift, their joy is infectious, creating moments you'll never forget. Sri Lankan women are renowned for their unique and captivating beauty. Their charm is more than skin deep, radiating from their confidence and graceful demeanor. Many have a healthy brown complexion, thick black hair, and deep, expressive eyes that reflect the timeless allure of South Asian women. On special occasions, Sri Lankan women often wear the traditional sari, a long, flowing garment wrapped elegantly around the body. These saris are usually adorned with vibrant colors and intricate patterns, emphasizing both their beauty and dignity. This traditional attire complements their graceful movements and highlights their inner poise. What makes Sri Lankan women even more endearing is their gentle and welcoming nature. Polite, warm-hearted, and gracious, they exude kindness in every interaction, leaving a lasting impression on those who meet them. Sarah from Canada shared her experience. At a wedding in Kandy, I saw Sri Lankan women in their traditional saris for the first time. The vibrant designs and intricate patterns were breathtaking. Each woman carried herself with such elegance and charm. They shared stories about their culture, making me feel included in a way I never expected. Daniel from Germany had a similar story. I stayed at a family-run guest house in Galle, where the hosts were incredibly welcoming. They offered tea and homemade snacks daily. One evening, the mother of the house dressed me in a traditional sarong for a cultural event. She patiently taught me how to wrap it while laughing with me as I struggled. It was an unforgettable experience that made me feel truly connected to their way of life. Have you experienced similar moments during your travels when a culture's warmth and charm left a deep impression on you? Or if you're planning a trip to Sri Lanka, what are you most looking forward to? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. In most cultures, people nod their head to say yes and shake their head to say no. However, in Sri Lanka, it's quite the opposite. To indicate agreement or say yes, Sri Lankans shake their head from side to side in a gesture that might confuse outsiders at first. Oliver from New Zealand shared his experience. During my first few days in Sri Lanka, I was completely baffled by the head gestures. I stopped a local to ask for directions and he began shaking his head from side to side. Thinking this meant no, I started walking away. He quickly stopped me, laughed, and pointed me in the right direction, explaining that the gesture actually meant yes. By the end of my trip, I was so used to it that I started using the head shake myself. While traveling in Sri Lanka, you might spot signs labeled hotel, but don't be surprised if it's not a place to spend the night. In Sri Lanka, it's common for restaurants, cafes, and bars to be called hotels. The exact reason for this is unclear, but if you ask the locals, they'll probably say it's just a quirky trend. Sophie and Jack from Canada shared their experience. We were exploring Jaffna and looking for a place to stay. We saw a sign for Seaside Hotel and walked in thinking it was accommodation. Instead, we were handed a menu. The staff laughed as we explained our confusion and told us it's normal for cafes and restaurants to use the word hotel in Sri Lanka. After that, it became a fun joke for us whenever we saw another hotel sign. Have you ever confused a hotel during your travels in Sri Lanka? Drop a yes or no in the comments below and share your story. Sri Lanka's economy is a vibrant mix of agriculture, tourism, and traditions that are deeply connected to its breathtaking natural surroundings. Let's explore the fascinating lifelines that sustain this island nation, from its famous tea fields to its enduring fishing heritage. Sri Lanka is globally celebrated for its exceptional tea, ranking among the world's top exporters alongside industry giants like China and India. Rice, a staple of Sri Lankan cuisine, is cultivated widely across the island's plains and forms a daily part of nearly every household's meals. Fishing is an integral part of Sri Lanka's coastal culture. Along the shores, you'll find colorful boats of every size, reflecting the deep bond between the sea and local communities. These hard-working fishers spend long hours under the tropical sun, their sun-kissed skin telling stories of a life lived by the waves. Tourism is making a strong comeback in Sri Lanka, attracting travelers with its stunning beaches, ancient temples, rolling tea plantations, and lively festivals. "Are you a Buddhist?" is a common greeting in Sri Lanka, where nearly 70% of the population follows Buddhism. The island is dotted with temples, easily recognized by their pristine white paint, and Bodhi trees planted at their entrances. Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka in the 3rd century BCE, and for more than 2,000 years it has been deeply woven into the island's identity as the state religion. Almost every landmark and cultural site in this teardrop of India carries a connection to Buddhism. Among the most revered Buddhist sites is the sacred Bodhi tree, cherished by Sri Lankans. This ancient tree, over 2,200 years old, is a branch from the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, where Prince Siddhartha meditated for 49 days and attained enlightenment, becoming the Buddha. Another iconic site is the Dambulla Rock Temple, the largest and best preserved rock temple complex in Sri Lanka. Towering 160 meters above the surrounding plains, it features over 80 caves. For art lovers, the 5 main caves, spanning 2,000 square meters, are a treasure trove of statues and paintings illustrating the Buddha's life in vivid detail. Buddha statues, often encased in glass frames, can also be found on street corners and in public spaces, adding a serene and spiritual presence to everyday life across Sri Lanka. Curry is a cornerstone of Sri Lankan cuisine. It's common to see banners outside restaurants proudly announcing curry buffet available here at any time of the day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, or dinner. The vibrant colors and bold, spicy aroma of curry fill the air. From intimate family meals to large celebrations, curry is a constant presence on the table. For visitors, the unforgettable blend of rich spices and flavors creates a one-of-a-kind culinary experience. The taste of Sri Lankan curry lingers in the memory long after the first bite, leaving a lasting impression that's impossible to forget. Sri Lanka boasts a vibrant handicraft tradition that showcases its rich cultural heritage and artistic talent. Local artisans, often working in small family-owned workshops, create stunning works by carving and painting wood, transforming it into unique souvenirs and cultural artifacts. Each piece carries a story, drawing inspiration from the island's deep history, mythology, and religious symbolism. Among the most popular crafts are hand-carved masks, intricate wooden sculptures, and finely painted pottery. Artisans skillfully use local woods like teak and mahogany, applying natural dyes and traditional painting methods passed down through generations. These exquisite crafts are often found in lively marketplaces or purchased directly from small village workshops, serving as both a livelihood and a cherished tradition for the artisans. When buying these items, haggling is not only common but welcomed. Typical asking prices range from 200,000 to 400,000 Indonesian rupiah, though skilled negotiation can bring the price down significantly. Keep in mind that Sri Lanka's average income is modest, with the minimum wage currently around 26,000 Sri Lankan rupees, equivalent to roughly 1.2 million Indonesian rupiah. Sri Lanka is renowned for hosting the largest elephant gathering in the world. Nicknamed The Gathering, this extraordinary event takes place annually in Minaria National Park. During the dry season, over 300 elephants converge at the park's water tank to drink, bathe, and graze on the freshly grown grass. It's like an enormous elephant celebration, where you can see matriarchs caring for their young alongside bull elephants seeking mates. This breathtaking spectacle is undoubtedly one of the most unforgettable experiences Sri Lanka has to offer. If you're visiting during August or September, make sure to explore Minaria National Park when the gathering reaches its peak. Colombo, the vibrant capital of Sri Lanka, sits along the island's western coast, seamlessly blending modernity with rustic charm. From above, it appears like any bustling metropolis, with a skyline of towering buildings and busy streets. Yet Colombo carries a unique character shaped by its history, culture, and deep connection to nature. Just outside its urban center, you'll find tranquil beaches where cows rest peacefully on the sand, a scene that reflects the Sri Lankan reverence for these gentle creatures. Geographically, Colombo is incredibly close to India, with the shortest stretch of sea between the two countries measuring just 34 kilometers. One of the city's most striking landmarks is the Lotus Tower, an elongated, oval-shaped observation tower. This iconic structure is a must-see for visitors, offering not only its distinctive architecture, but also breathtaking panoramic views of the city and coastline from its soaring heights. Opened as a major tourist attraction, the tower showcases Colombo's modern skyline set against the shimmering backdrop of the Indian Ocean. Beyond the city's busy streets, Colombo offers glimpses of Sri Lanka's natural richness. Monkeys and other wildlife can often be spotted on the city's outskirts, where the rustic charm of the countryside begins to blend with the energy of urban life. Sri Lanka's cultural differences between its northern and southern regions are captivating, shaped by distinct histories and traditions. The northern areas, primarily inhabited by Tamils, share strong ties with southern India, particularly Tamil Nadu. These similarities span language, cuisine, and customs, forming a cultural bridge that has grown over centuries. In contrast, the southern regions are predominantly Sinhalese, leading to noticeable differences in traditions, lifestyles, and even daily habits. The Tamil community in Sri Lanka has deep historical roots, with their ancestors migrating from southern India generations ago. However, after Sri Lanka gained independence, complex residency issues resulted in about 600,000 Tamils being repatriated to India. Despite this, many Tamil families remain and have made significant contributions to the country's cultural and linguistic identity. Today, Tamil and Sinhala are both official languages, reflecting the nation's rich multicultural heritage. Visitors can witness this diversity in everyday conversations, vibrant festivals, and the dialects heard in bustling markets and small towns. Transportation in Sri Lanka is a blend of tradition and convenience. In cities, tuk-tuks or three-wheelers are the go-to choice for quick trips. In Colombo, these nimble vehicles zip through traffic effortlessly and are a common sight on busy streets. For longer journeys, the iconic blue buses and vintage trains are popular options. Though the buses might appear worn, some being decades old, they are reliable and affordable, offering a quintessential Sri Lankan travel experience. One of the most cherished ways to explore Sri Lanka is by train. The scenic routes from Colombo to the Central Highlands or along the coastline provide breathtaking views of lush tea plantations, dense forests, and rugged cliffs. Travelers often lean out of train windows, capturing the stunning landscapes as they pass. This unhurried pace allows visitors to connect deeply with the island's natural beauty and tranquil rhythm. Colombo also offers glimpses into Sri Lanka's religious diversity, with landmarks like the Red Mosque standing out. This striking architectural marvel serves the Muslim community and symbolizes the country's vibrant Islamic heritage, inviting visitors to explore its beauty and cultural significance. Sri Lanka's beaches offer a unique escape from crowded tourist hotspots, blending the tranquility of nature with the rhythm of local life. Along the coastline, traditional fishing boats line the sands, and fishermen can often be seen casting nets or using the distinctive stilt fishing technique, where they balance on tall poles anchored near the shore. The connection with marine life adds another layer of wonder to these beaches. During the warmer months, crabs, turtles, and other sea creatures occasionally venture onto the sand, creating moments that are both fascinating and unexpected. While some tourists find these natural interactions enchanting, others may consider them unusual, leading them to choose more conventional beach destinations. This keeps Sri Lanka's shores relatively quiet, making them perfect for those seeking solitude and a deeper bond with nature. On the southern coast, facing the vast Indian Ocean, professional surfers are drawn to the powerful waves that provide challenging breaks. These beaches have become a haven for seasoned surfers looking for raw, untamed adventures. Nearby, visitors can find accommodations that blend comfort with natural beauty. Surrounded by lush greenery and local wildlife, these hotels offer more than just a place to stay. Guests can enjoy pools, Sri Lankan hospitality, and guided jeep tours into the surrounding countryside for a taste of local life away from the shore. Daily life in Sri Lanka is a harmonious mix of tradition and simplicity, reflected in its architecture, bustling streets, and the steady rhythm of everyday activities. In Sri Lankan cities, buildings often have a modest, weathered appearance, with faded facades that tell the story of years spent under the tropical sun. Most structures are low-rise, designed for practicality in a warm climate, favoring open, breezy spaces over towering skyscrapers. The streets are a hive of activity, but you'll notice far fewer cars compared to Western cities. Instead, motorcycles and compact vehicles rule the roads, zipping through narrow lanes lined with small local shops. Many Sri Lankans run family-owned businesses, from colorful fruit stands to inviting tea stalls. These shops are more than just places to buy goods. They're social hubs where locals gather, chat, and exchange news, creating a sense of close-knit community that defines the essence of daily life in Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's festivals and traditional beliefs provide a fascinating window into a society deeply connected to its spiritual heritage. With more than 25 unique festivals held each year, Sri Lankan life is rich with rituals and celebrations, many rooted in religious practices and seasonal transitions. These vibrant events highlight the country's devotion, creativity, and strong sense of community, often surprising visitors with their depth and originality. One of the most distinctive rituals occurs during Sri Lanka's New Year festival, where participants express gratitude by rolling on the ground around temples. This act, symbolizing humility and reverence for divine forces, is believed to bring good fortune in the year ahead. While younger Sri Lankans often engage in these traditions with a playful attitude, older generations observe them with deep respect, preserving customs handed down through the ages. Another renowned event is the Asala Perahera in Kandy, a magnificent 10-day festival featuring processions of dancers, drummers, and elaborately adorned elephants. Centered on honoring the sacred tooth relic of Buddha, the Perahera is a dazzling display of faith and artistry. It draws locals and travelers alike who gather to witness this breathtaking celebration of Sri Lanka's cultural and spiritual heritage. Hidden deep within Sri Lanka's dense forests, far from the reach of modern society, lives the fascinating Vedda tribe. As one of the last traces of Sri Lanka's ancient civilizations, the Vedda people lead a way of life that has remained virtually unchanged for centuries. Their existence is deeply tied to the land, depending on the forest to provide food, shelter, and all the essentials of survival. The Vedda are easily recognized by their simple attire, often consisting of cloth wraps and handmade accessories, as well as the tools they carry, bows, arrows, and spears crafted for hunting and gathering. Living without the conveniences of modern society, they roam the forests and rely on traditional methods to meet their daily needs. Beyond hunting, the Vedda are skilled foragers, collecting medicinal plants and edible roots from the forest. Their extensive knowledge of the natural environment allows them to thrive, using herbs for healing and relying on the ecosystem for sustenance. Their diet is shaped by what the forest provides, showcasing an intimate understanding of the land that supports them. Although the Vedda are not entirely isolated, their interactions with neighboring villages are limited. Some members of the tribe trade forest products for basic goods, but they remain cautious of external influences, striving to protect their unique culture and traditions. Between May and September, Sri Lanka's south and west coasts are affected by the southwest monsoon, bringing heavy rains and rough seas. Meanwhile, the northern and eastern regions remain dry and pleasant. From November to March, the pattern shifts as the northeast monsoon arrives, soaking the north and east while the south and west enjoy their sunniest and driest weather. Monsoon rains in Sri Lanka are often unpredictable, with short, intense downpours followed by extended periods of hot, sunny skies. For travelers, visiting during the rainy off-seasons can be surprisingly rewarding. Fewer tourists mean quieter attractions, and hotel rates tend to drop significantly, making it an ideal time for those seeking a more relaxed and budget-friendly experience. Welcome to Jordan, a land as strange, mysterious, and breathtaking as you can imagine. Ever thought about walking across a whole country in 40 days? Or venturing into a desert that mirrors the surface of the moon? And yes, there's a city carved from rose-colored rock, lost to time, and found again centuries later. So sit back, relax, and let the wonders of Jordan unfold before your eyes. It is a place where history and faith intersect, offering a glimpse into some of the most profound biblical moments. Although predominantly Islamic, Jordan preserves a deep Christian legacy through sacred sites that have shaped religious stories for centuries. The tranquil Jordan River is home to the site of Jesus' baptism by John the Baptist, a moment that transformed Christianity and continues to draw pilgrims from around the world. Mount Nebo, where the prophet Moses is said to have gazed upon the promised land before his death, provides stunning views of the Jordan Valley and serves as a sacred place for reflection. Adding to its intrigue, Jordan's rugged terrain is rumored to conceal the Ark of the Covenant, said to have been hidden by Jeremiah. The ruins of Machariah's palace, perched high above the Dead Sea, tell the story of John the Baptist's tragic execution by King Herod Antipas. Not far from there, the land tied to Sodom and Gomorrah echoes a tale of divine judgment, with the haunting pillar of salt said to be Lot's wife, forever frozen in time for her disobedience. In Amman, the ancient citadel is thought to be the site of David's legendary battle against Goliath, a moment that cemented his place in history and defined his legacy. These timeless tales only scratch the surface of Jordan's wonders. Next, we'll uncover how you can walk across Jordan in just 40 days. Stay tuned. The Jordan Trail, spanning about 647 kilometers, offers one of the world's most stunning hiking experiences. Over 40 days, hikers pass Jordan's iconic landmarks, from Petra's ancient ruins to Wadi Rum's desert beauty and the Greco-Roman city of Gadara. This journey is more than a hike. It's an exploration of Jordan's culture, where locals share their hospitality, meals, and stories. Unlike hikes in Europe or North America, the Jordan Trail is affordable, with lower costs for lodging and authentic meals. Can you imagine walking 647 kilometers through breathtaking history and culture? Let us know your most incredible hike in the comments. And don't miss the next chapter, where we explore the beauty, wisdom, and influence of Jordanian women. Symbols of beauty, intelligence, and fashion style of the world. What makes Jordanian women stand out on the global stage? It's their captivating blend of timeless beauty, cultural richness, and modern accomplishments that leave a lasting impression. Their deep, expressive eyes, radiant skin, and silky black hair are defining traits enhanced by artful makeup techniques. While honoring cultural heritage with modest yet stylish attire, they carry an air of grace and sophistication. But their allure goes beyond physical beauty. Jordanian women shine with confidence and strength, making significant strides in education, business, and the arts, all while upholding family values and cultural traditions. Their warm personalities, genuine hospitality, and expertise in natural self-care methods further add to their charm. With a balance of outer elegance and inner depth, Jordanian women embody a unique and unforgettable appeal. Have you ever wondered what it feels like to walk on another planet? Before diving into the next topic, take 5 seconds to subscribe and turn on notifications. We promise to keep you intrigued. Wadi Rum, known as the Valley of the Moon in southern Jordan, showcases a surreal desert filled with towering red sandstone cliffs and vast dunes. Its otherworldly beauty has made it the backdrop for films like The Martian and Lawrence of Arabia. Discover this magical terrain by jeep, camel, or even hot air balloon and spend the night in Bedouin sky camps beneath a sky glittering with stars. Savor traditional meals cooked over open fires and enjoy the rhythm of Bedouin music and dance, immersing yourself in this rich culture. Wadi Rum offers an unforgettable yet budget-friendly adventure, often costing less than similar experiences in other desert destinations. It's a raw, awe-inspiring escape into nature and tradition. If you could explore Wadi Rum, would you ride a camel, take a jeep safari, or float above the sands in a hot air balloon? Tell us in the comments, and join us next as we unravel the mysteries of Petra, the Rose City. Carved into the rose-colored cliffs of southern Jordan, Petra is a testament to ancient ingenuity and resilience. Known as the Rose City for its pink-hued stone, Petra is one of the 7 wonders of the modern world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Tucked within rugged mountains, it flourished as a key cultural and trade hub during the height of the Nabatean Empire around the 6th century BCE. Petra's location was both strategic and defensive. Its narrow entrance, the Sikh Gorge, provided natural protection from invaders. Walking through the Sikh is like stepping into history, ending with the awe-inspiring sight of the Treasury, or Al-Khazna, a grand temple carved directly into the rock and Petra's most iconic symbol. Beyond the Treasury, Petra reveals even more marvels: the monastery, the theater, and the Great Temple, each showcasing the city's cultural and architectural brilliance. This ancient city thrived as a vital stop on trade routes connecting the East and West, solidifying its role in the ancient Middle East. However, after centuries of prosperity, Petra was abandoned and remained hidden from the Western world until Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt rediscovered it in the 19th century. From the ancient stones of Petra to the welcoming embrace of a Jordanian table, culture and tradition are deeply woven into Jordanian cuisine. At its heart is mansaf, the national dish that symbolizes hospitality, community, and pride. Tender lamb, slow-cooked in a rich, tangy fermented yogurt sauce called jamid, is served over aromatic rice and topped with toasted almonds. Traditionally shared on large platters, mansaf reflects unity and Bedouin heritage. But there's more to Jordanian food than mansaf. Falafel, a simple yet flavorful staple, is made from ground chickpeas or fava beans and seasoned with bold spices like cumin and coriander. Another must-try is makluba, a layered dish of rice, meat, and vegetables cooked together and flipped upside down for an impressive and practical presentation. When it comes to dessert, kunafa steals the spotlight. This crispy pastry, filled with sweet white cheese or cream and soaked in sugar syrup, is a delightful way to end a meal. High-quality olive oil and rich Arabic coffee are essential accompaniments on the Jordanian table. Compared to Western countries, experiencing Jordan's vibrant cuisine is budget-friendly, with dishes like falafel and kunafa costing a fraction of their price elsewhere. Have you ever tasted mansaf or kunafa, or are they now on your must-try list? Share your thoughts in the comments below. What Jordanian dish are you most curious to try? Stick with us as we delve into the traditions and resilience of Bedouin culture in the next chapter. 7. Bedouin culture. The Bedouins, a nomadic ethnic group making up about 10% of the Middle Eastern population, embody the rugged spirit of desert life. The word Bedouin comes from the Arabic term Badawi, meaning desert dweller, a tribute to their roots in the arid landscapes of the Middle East and North Africa. Throughout history, Bedouins have shown resilience and adaptability. Influenced by the Ottoman Empire in the 19th century and the wars of the 20th century, many shifted from a completely nomadic lifestyle to more settled or semi-nomadic ways, often moving into towns and cities. Despite these changes, their core traditions remain intact. Bedouin society is built around clans and tribes, led by a sheikh, and emphasizes patriarchal lineage and ancestral pride. Religion is central to their identity, with most Bedouins practicing Islam. Their connection to Islam runs deep. Muhammad, the founder of Islam, spent his early years among Bedouins, highlighting their significant role in Islamic history. In their daily lives, men typically handle manual and nomadic tasks, while women excel in domestic and creative roles, producing intricate crafts like weaving and embroidery. From the traditions of the Bedouins to the splendor of ancient Rome, Jordan's history is rich with cultural treasures. In northern Jordan lies Jerash, often referred to as the Pompeii of the Middle East, with over 2,000 years of history. Renowned as one of the best preserved Roman cities in the world, it showcases the remarkable architecture of the Roman Empire. Jerash thrived during Roman times, with its marble and granite monuments reflecting the extraordinary skill of ancient engineers and architects. Despite centuries of time and weather, many of these structures remain intact, while others have been carefully restored by experts from around the globe. One of its standout features is the Arch of Hadrian, constructed in 129 AD to honor Emperor Hadrian's visit. This grand gateway is a striking reminder of Jerash's glorious past. The Roman Hippodrome is another breathtaking sight. This ancient stadium, measuring 245 meters in length and 52 meters in width, could hold up to 15,000 spectators. It was a lively venue for chariot races and gladiator contests, serving as a center of entertainment in its prime. Perhaps the most fascinating structure is the cathedral, which began as a temple dedicated to Dionysus. It was later converted into a Byzantine church, reflecting the city's layered history and diverse cultural influences. What secrets are hidden within the intricate mosaics of an ancient city? Madaba, located about 30 kilometers south of Amman, is a rich tapestry of history and art, known as the City of Mosaics. The crown jewel of these treasures is the Madaba map, a 6th century mosaic that vividly illustrates Jerusalem and the Holy Land. Found in St. George Church, this masterpiece is more than just art. It's a historical document, offering a rare glimpse into the region as it appeared over 1,000 years ago. But Madaba's wonders don't stop there. The city also boasts St. John's Church, where visitors can marvel at vibrant Byzantine mosaics depicting scenes of religious and cultural life with remarkable detail. Stay tuned as we venture into Jordan's majestic castles in the next chapter. Jordanian castles stand as powerful reminders of the region's tumultuous history and strategic importance. Among them, Ajloun Castle is a stunning example. Situated atop a hill in northern Jordan, it was built in 1184 by one of Saladin's generals to safeguard Ajloun's iron mines and repel Frankish invasions during the Crusades. Its sturdy design and panoramic views offer a fascinating window into medieval military engineering. Farther south is Kerak Castle, an imposing Crusader stronghold built 900 meters above sea level. Located in the ancient city of Kerak, this fortress was a key player in the conflicts between Crusaders and Islamic forces during the 12th century. Today, the city surrounding Kerak Castle is home to around 170,000 residents and features well-preserved 19th century buildings, blending its historic and modern identities. From majestic castles to surreal landscapes, Jordan's wonders never fail to captivate. The Dead Sea, bordering Jordan, Israel, and Palestine, is among the most extraordinary natural phenomena on Earth. Spanning 650 square kilometers, it is the largest absolute depression on the planet, sitting about 400 meters below sea level. Its distinct geography and composition make it both fascinating and unusual to visitors from around the world. The Dead Sea's defining feature is its extreme salinity, reaching an incredible 35%, nearly 10 times saltier than most oceans. This unique characteristic results from its status as a closed body of water, fed only by the Jordan River with no outlets. The region's intense heat accelerates evaporation, leaving behind a high concentration of minerals. But the Dead Sea is more than a scientific curiosity. Its mineral-rich waters and mud are famed for their therapeutic benefits. Many believe these natural elements can soothe skin conditions and ease joint pain, drawing wellness enthusiasts seeking natural treatments. Have you ever traveled on a road where every mile tells a story of centuries past? The King's Road, stretching through Jordan's highlands from north to south, is more than just a scenic drive. It's a journey through history. Despite this ancient route is one of the world's oldest continuously used roads, dating back to ancient caravan and trade networks. Over the centuries, it has been traveled by countless civilizations, from the Israelites led by Moses to Crusaders, Arabs, and Muslims. It linked Syria, Egypt, and Arabia, serving as a crucial artery for commerce and cultural exchange. The King's Road is also home to significant landmarks. Akaba, famous for its 6th century Byzantine mosaics, and Mount Nebo, where Moses is said to have glimpsed the Promised Land, are essential stops along the way. These sites add layers of historical and spiritual meaning to an already remarkable journey. Jordanian culture is a distinctive blend of religious traditions, deep-rooted heritage, and diverse communities. With a Muslim majority, primarily Sunni, and a smaller Shiite minority, Jordan embodies the region's Islamic roots. Since the 1980s, the government has supported a moderate form of Islam and fostered tolerance toward other religions, creating a relatively inclusive society. Arabic is Jordan's official language, but English is widely spoken, especially in cities, making it easier for visitors to communicate. French and Spanish are also spoken, though less commonly. Jordan's population is a mix of Jordanians, Syrians, Palestinians, Egyptians, and Iraqis, contributing to its rich cultural tapestry. Clothing styles in Jordan vary by region and occasion. Many Muslim women dress modestly, reflecting religious and cultural values, while men's attire ranges from traditional outfits, like the keffiyeh, to modern Western fashion. Jordan's artistic legacy shines through its visual arts and architectural marvels, from intricate ancient mosaics to contemporary art galleries. Its cuisine takes visitors on a flavorful journey through traditional Arab dishes. Jordan stands as a unique haven of peace in a turbulent region. Despite conflicts in neighboring Syria and Iraq, its stable constitutional monarchy, led by King Abdullah II and Queen Rania, ensures security and stability. With strict safety measures and low crime rates, Jordan is considered safer than countries like France, Italy, and the United States. The cost of living in Jordan is reasonable. Essentials such as food, transportation, and utilities are more affordable compared to many Western nations, allowing for a comfortable lifestyle without overwhelming expenses. Jordan excels in healthcare and prioritizes education, which is evident in its high literacy rates and well-established schools. These systems focus on human and social development, reflecting the country's forward-thinking vision. Life in Jordan blends tradition with modernity, emphasizing community and simplicity, a refreshing contrast to the individualism often seen in Western cultures. At Jordan's southernmost point lies Akaba, a city where history meets natural beauty. Known as the Jewel of the Red Sea, this coastal gem is surrounded by turquoise waters and carries a deep history as an ancient trading hub. Its architecture reflects the influence of civilizations that have shaped the region for thousands of years. Akaba is a haven for diving enthusiasts, offering some of the most breathtaking underwater scenery in the world. The calm, crystal-clear waters of the Red Sea reveal vibrant coral reefs alive with marine life. From beginner snorkelers to experienced divers, visitors can explore one of the planet's most diverse aquatic ecosystems. Beyond the sea, Akaba offers camel treks through the desert, adventures in nearby mountains, and lively markets brimming with unique goods. These activities highlight the rugged beauty and cultural depth of southern Jordan, appealing to both thrill seekers and cultural explorers. As a bustling port city and a free trade zone, Akaba is also an economic hub. Its strategic location attracts both investors and travelers, combining business opportunities with the charm of a relaxed coastal lifestyle. Amman, Jordan's capital, is a city where ancient history and modern life blend in a fascinating way. Originally built on 7 hills, much like Rome, Amman has evolved into a lively metropolis with a population of around 4 million. As Jordan's main gateway by air, it welcomes visitors with a warm and vibrant introduction to the country. Once called Philadelphia, a city of the Roman Decapolis, Amman holds echoes of its ancient past within its winding maze-like streets. The Roman theater, an impressive structure that once hosted thousands, and the Citadel, which houses ruins from Roman, Byzantine, and early Islamic times, are vivid reminders of the city's rich history. These landmarks offer a raw, tangible connection to the civilizations that shaped the region. Yet, Amman is far from just a relic of the past. It thrives as a bustling cosmopolitan hub. Trendy neighborhoods like Abdun and Rainbow Street are packed with stylish cafes, gourmet restaurants, and boutique shops, while the lively downtown reflects the energy of a flourishing Middle Eastern city. From sleek modern architecture to a vibrant nightlife, Amman embraces contemporary culture while preserving its traditional roots. Jordan's landscapes are divided into 3 distinct regions, each offering unique natural beauty and challenges. The vast desert plains dominate the central and eastern parts of the country, covering most of the land but providing only 3% of arable surface. These dry expanses, while sparsely populated, showcase the resilience of communities that have adapted to their harsh environment. In contrast, the western highlands, which stretch from north to south, are home to the majority of Jordan's population. This region includes cities like Amman and Dam and features the country's only Mediterranean forest biome in the north, adding ecological diversity. The Jordan Rift Valley spans approximately 120 kilometers, shaped by the Jordan River and forming part of the Syrian-African tectonic trench. This valley includes the Sea of Galilee and the Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth, offering both stunning natural beauty and critical resources. To the south, Jordan's small coastal stretch along the Red Sea serves as a vital economic and tourism hub, with Akaba acting as a gateway for trade and travel. The flag of Jordan is more than a national emblem. It tells the story of the country's history, values, and identity. It features 3 horizontal stripes, black at the top, white in the center, and green at the bottom, with a red triangle on the left side. The black stripe represents Arab heritage, reflecting the traditions and history of the people and the region. The white stripe stands for peace and light, symbolizing Jordan's commitment to harmony and stability. The green stripe signifies fertility and hope, underscoring the importance of growth and renewal in a predominantly arid land. The red triangle represents the Hashemite dynasty, the royal family that has been pivotal in shaping modern Jordan. Jordan's history spans tens of thousands of years, with evidence of early human settlements in the Fertile Crescent. Ancient kingdoms such as Amman, Edom, and the Nabateans are mentioned in the Bible, showcasing the region's historical importance. Jordan later became part of the Roman Empire, followed by the Umayyad Caliphate, Mongol invasions in the 11th century, and Ottoman rule beginning in the 16th century. After World War I, the area was included in the British Mandate for Palestine and became known as Transjordan. In 1946, it gained independence and became the Hashemite Kingdom of Transjordan. 2 years later, during the Arab-Islami War, Jordan annexed the West Bank and East Jerusalem, but lost these territories to Israel in the Six-Day War of 1967. In 1988, Jordan renounced its claim to the West Bank and was among the first countries to recognize the Palestine Liberation Organization as the representative of the Palestinian people. Since its independence, Jordan has played a crucial role in regional politics and conflicts, carefully balancing local interests and international diplomacy. Jordan, officially called the Hashemite Kingdom of Jordan, occupies a strategic position in the Middle East. It shares borders with several countries. Syria lies to the north, Iraq to the east, Saudi Arabia to the south, and the Gulf of Akaba to the west, where it meets maritime borders with Egypt, Israel, and the Palestinian territories. Spanning about 90,000 square kilometers, Jordan is roughly the size of Portugal and has a 26-kilometer coastline along the Red Sea. Despite its modest size, Jordan holds significant influence in the region. It is the 21st smallest country in Asia and ranks 112th globally by land area. With a population of about 11 million, Jordan is the 8th most populous country in the Middle East and ranks 85th worldwide. Jordan is divided into 12 governorates, each offering a unique blend of culture, history, and geography. Its strategic location at the crossroads of continents and cultures enriches its identity, making it a hub of diversity and historical significance. There are corners of our planet so perilous that even the bravest explorers tread carefully. Picture islands tainted by invisible radiation, lakes with waters so hazardous they can dissolve metal, and dense forests teeming with some of the deadliest creatures on Earth. These are not scenes from an action movie, but real locations scattered across the globe, often hiding in plain sight. In this video, we'll journey to the most dangerous places on Earth, destinations where awe-inspiring beauty meets undeniable danger. By the end of this adventure, you might just reconsider your bucket list. Let's dive in. Number 20. Snake Island, Brazil. Snake Island, off Brazil's coast, is home to the rare golden lancehead snake. With up to 5 snakes per square meter, it's one of the world's most perilous places. Thousands of years ago, this island separated from the mainland, creating an isolated ecosystem where these snakes thrived, feeding mainly on migratory birds. This unique isolation led the golden lanceheads to evolve, adapting perfectly to their surroundings. Today, Snake Island is a mysterious destination that intrigues scientists and adventurers, though only a few are allowed to visit this restricted land, where the golden lancehead reigns supreme. As terrifying as Snake Island is, our next destination harbors an invisible threat that lingers long after disaster struck. What could make a place unlivable for generations? Number 19. Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, Ukraine. In 1986, a catastrophic accident at the Chernobyl power plant in Ukraine caused immense environmental devastation. Nearly 4 decades later, the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone, covering roughly 1,000 square miles, remains a silent and eerie sight that draws history buffs and adventurous travelers alike. This zone includes deserted villages, dense forests reclaiming the land, and the town of Pripyat, once bustling with 50,000 residents but now frozen in time, filled with abandoned buildings and remnants of a sudden evacuation. Although some radiation lingers, wildlife has astonishingly adapted to these conditions. Within the plant, a unique structure formed during the disaster still requires careful monitoring. Since 2010, guided tours allow visitors to explore safer sections, including the haunting streets of Pripyat, under strict safety protocols. The zone stands as a stark reminder of humanity's mistakes and nature's remarkable ability to endure and thrive. Would you ever visit the Chernobyl Exclusion Zone if you had the chance? Share your thoughts below. From abandoned towns to towering cliffs, how far would you go to travel the world's most treacherous road, where only a narrow path separates you from a 2,000-foot drop? Number 18. Yungas Road, Bolivia. Yungas Road in Bolivia spans 43 miles across the breathtaking Andes, climbing to heights of over 15,000 feet above sea level. The road is notoriously narrow, at times only 10 feet wide, with sharp curves, no guardrails, and sheer drops of up to 2,000 feet. Adding to the danger are unpredictable weather conditions, including fog, rain, and landslides from the nearby Amazon. Despite the risks, the road attracts thrill seekers, especially cyclists, who come to experience the stunning views. Yet its reputation as a dangerous route is well earned. In the 1990s, hundreds of accidents occurred annually. On tight stretches, drivers must navigate dangerously close to the edge to allow others to pass, demanding extreme caution. In 2006, a safer bypass was constructed, significantly reducing traffic on Yungas Road. Still, the original path remains open for those seeking an adrenaline rush. Today, it has become a hotspot for adventure tourism, with guided bike tours offering both an exhilarating and supervised experience. But danger isn't confined to mountain roads. Sometimes, it hides beneath vibrant, otherworldly landscapes. What destination on Earth feels like a journey to an alien planet? Before we explore, I have a quick request for all of you listening. If you've enjoyed this so far, please hit the notification bell and subscribe. Your support makes all the difference and helps this channel grow, and if you do, I'll work even harder to bring you the best stories. Deal? Number 17. Danakil Depression, Ethiopia. The Danakil Depression, located in northern Ethiopia, is one of the planet's harshest environments. Sitting well below sea level, this region endures extremely high temperatures, making it one of the hottest places on Earth. Positioned at the junction of three tectonic plates, the area experiences frequent tremors and emits unique gases from natural fissures, creating a scent that can be hard to tolerate. The landscape is otherworldly, featuring vibrant hot springs, neon cellar craters, green pools, and dramatic salt formations. Some of the hot springs here reach dangerously high temperatures, so keeping a safe distance is essential to avoid harm. The depression is also home to two active volcanoes, Erta Ale and Dalal. Erta Ale is famous for its rare, active lava lake, which sometimes creates mesmerizing lava flows. Despite its extreme conditions, the area supports life. Tiny microorganisms thrive here, and the resilient Afar people harvest salt from this challenging terrain. Scorching heat, toxic gases, and breathtaking sights, our next stop takes us to a dangerous lake, where nature's beauty disguises its deadly effects. Number 16. Lake Natron, Tanzania. Lake Natron, located in northern Tanzania, is a shallow, crimson-hued lake with a fascinating and eerie secret. Its highly alkaline waters, with a pH close to 11, are nearly as caustic as ammonia and can harm the skin of most animals. Creatures that come into contact with the lake are preserved in an unusual way due to the high salt and mineral content, leaving behind haunting, stone-like figures. The lake's chemical composition, influenced by volcanic minerals from nearby hills, makes it inhospitable to most life. However, millions of flamingos nest here, finding safety from predators, which turns this harsh environment into a vital sanctuary. The lake's vivid red tones are caused by haloarchaea, salt-loving microorganisms that give the water its striking red and orange colors. Despite its harsh conditions, Lake Natron represents a delicate ecosystem, offering a critical breeding ground for flamingos while inspiring caution and respect for nature's extremes. This surreal, otherworldly landscape lures explorers and photographers eager to witness a place where life and preservation blend in harmony. Amazing, isn't it? But hold on, our next stop takes us to one of the hottest regions on Earth. Number 15. Death Valley, California, USA. Death Valley, located in California's desert, is infamous for its scorching temperatures, once reaching a record 134 degrees Fahrenheit in the year 1913. During summer, temperatures regularly soar past 120 degrees, creating a punishing environment that challenges and fascinates visitors. This extreme heat results from the valley's unique geography, with surrounding mountain ranges trapping hot air, sometimes pushing ground temperatures as high as 201 degrees. While some may attempt heat experiments, such activities are strongly discouraged. The unforgiving climate here poses serious risks, including dehydration and heat health issues for the unprepared. Minor incidents happen each year, as some visitors underestimate the valley's dangers. For example, in 2017, a visitor sustained burns while walking barefoot, underscoring the need for proper planning, hydration, and protective gear. Despite the intense heat, Death Valley supports diverse wildlife such as rattlesnakes, scorpions, and mountain lions, which occasionally cross paths with visitors. The area's stunning features, like the vast salt flats of Badwater Basin and the shifting dunes of Mesquite Flat, continue to captivate nature enthusiasts and photographers. As the sun scorches Death Valley, our next destination takes us to the opposite extreme, a place where bitter cold reigns supreme. Number 14. Oymyakon, Russia. Oymyakon, a secluded village in eastern Siberia, is the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Winter temperatures here plummet to minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit in January, with record lows approaching minus 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Remarkably, it's even colder than Mars, which averages minus 81 degrees Fahrenheit. Life in Oymyakon revolves around enduring the freezing climate, where water pipes are useless due to ice, forcing residents to rely on outhouses, and burials require bonfires to soften the frozen ground. The local diet consists mainly of frozen reindeer, fish, and other meats, since agriculture is impossible in these conditions. Everyday tasks are challenging, cars must remain running to avoid freezing solid, and even short walks can cause frost to accumulate on eyelashes. Warm clothing is essential, with locals often spending over $1,500 on fur coats. despite earning an average of $600 per month. Incredibly, life here continues with resilience. Residents maintain traditions, celebrate festivals, and keep schools open unless temperatures drop below -61 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 13. Great Blue Hole, Belize. Just off the coast of Belize lies the Great Blue Hole, a mesmerizing natural wonder. Its nearly perfect circular shape spans over 1,000 feet across and plunges roughly 400 feet deep. This geological marvel was formed when a limestone cave collapsed during the last ice age, creating a dramatic contrast against the turquoise waters of the Belize Barrier Reef. Remarkably, it's even visible from space. Divers from around the globe are drawn to this site, but its depth and strong currents pose challenges for those with less experience. As divers descend, the light fades, revealing stunning stalactites and stalagmites. At depths of around 130 feet, they might encounter large marine life, including reef and hammerhead sharks. By 300 feet, oxygen levels drop significantly, and the walls become coated with hydrogen sulfide, emphasizing the importance of expertise and caution. Yet, not all mysteries of the sea are visible. Our next destination has fueled imaginations and theories for years. What could cause so many vessels to vanish without a trace? Number 12. Bermuda Triangle, North Atlantic Ocean. The Bermuda Triangle, located between Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, is infamous for incidents where ships and planes mysteriously lose contact. Over 50 ships and 20 planes have reportedly disappeared here, inspiring theories of unusual natural forces. Most explanations point to the North Atlantic's severe, unpredictable weather, where sudden storms and waterspouts disrupt navigation. Heavy shipping traffic increases the risk of accidents, and the Gulf Stream can swiftly carry away debris, making searches more difficult. Magnetic anomalies may also briefly affect navigation systems. A notable incident in 1945 involved Flight 19, when 5 Navy planes and a rescue aircraft vanished without a trace. Despite these mysteries, thousands of vessels pass safely through the area each year, but the Bermuda Triangle continues to remind us of nature's untamed power. Number 11. Mariana Trench, Pacific Ocean. The Mariana Trench, located between Guam and the Philippines in the Pacific Ocean, is the deepest point on Earth, plunging nearly 11,000 meters below sea level. To grasp its scale, imagine placing Mount Everest inside it. Its peak would still lie over a mile beneath the surface. The immense pressure at this depth necessitates the use of specially designed submersibles for exploration. The trench exists in perpetual darkness with near-freezing temperatures and supports unique life forms like snailfish that endure extreme pressure, along with giant xenophyophores and glowing bioluminescent creatures that use light to hunt or find their way. Despite modern advancements, much of the trench remains unexplored. Since the first expedition in 1960, scientists have uncovered microbial life, geological insights, and even traces of human pollution, proving that humanity's impact reaches even here. This fascinating and mysterious place still guards countless secrets of the deep ocean. From the crushing depths to raging winds, our next destination is not high in altitude but endures some of the planet's most extreme weather conditions. Number 10. Mount Washington, USA. Mount Washington, standing just over 6,000 feet tall in New Hampshire, is famous not for its height but for its extreme and unpredictable weather. In 1934, wind speeds here reached a staggering 231 miles per hour, and frequent storms from converging weather systems create conditions resembling much colder regions. The summit is often below freezing, with powerful winds that make it feel like winter all year long. Although the trails are relatively short, sudden weather shifts frequently catch hikers off guard, leading to numerous rescues, especially in the unpredictable spring and fall seasons. Despite the risks, Mount Washington draws outdoor enthusiasts and scientists who study its unique climate at the observatory on the summit, which also features a museum dedicated to the mountain's extraordinary weather. For adventurers, it's an exciting challenge and a stark reminder of nature's raw power. Number 9. Lake Karachay, Russia. Lake Karachay, located in Russia's Chelyabinsk region, appears serene but hides a dangerous secret. In the 1950s, it was chosen as a storage site for radioactive waste from the Soviet Union's Mayak nuclear facility. Over time, the radiation levels became extremely hazardous, and by 1990, the shores recorded 5.6 sieverts per hour, a dangerously high dose for humans. The decision to use Karachi for waste disposal was made hastily and in secrecy, leaving a lasting legacy of environmental and public health problems. In the 1960s, a drought exposed radioactive sediments, allowing winds to carry contaminated dust to nearby towns, leading to a rise in serious health issues. Efforts to contain the damage began in the 1980s, when the government started filling the lake with concrete to bury the radioactive sediments. By 2015, the lake was nearly covered, but concerns about groundwater contamination remain. While some places are dangerous from afar, others captivate with beauty and intrigue. Next, we'll journey deep beneath the surface to discover a dazzling crystal wonderland hiding unseen risks. Number 8. Nika Crystal Cave, Mexico. Hidden deep beneath a mountain in Nika, Mexico, lies an incredible natural marvel, the Nika Crystal Cave. This unique site contains massive, milky white selenite crystals, some stretching up to 40 feet long and weighing about 55 tons. These crystals formed over hundreds of thousands of years as minerals in groundwater slowly cooled, creating a stunning cathedral of translucent stone. Exploring the cave is no simple task due to its extreme conditions. Positioned just above a magma chamber, temperatures inside can reach 113 degrees Fahrenheit. With nearly 100% humidity, making it difficult for the body to regulate heat naturally. Researchers entering the cave must wear special suits with cooling systems, allowing them to remain inside for only 30 to 60 minutes. Since its discovery in the year 2000, the cave has fascinated scientists and nature lovers. However, to preserve the crystals and ensure safety, it is only accessible to authorized research teams. Scientists also study extremophile bacteria here, offering clues about life's ability to survive in harsh environments, both on Earth and beyond. Number 7. Bikini Atoll, Marshall Islands. Bikini Atoll, a coral island in the Marshall Islands, carries a haunting history behind its stunning scenery. Between 1946 and 1958, large-scale nuclear tests were conducted here, leaving a profound environmental legacy. One of the most infamous was the Castle Bravo test in 1954, which caused unexpected and far-reaching effects on the surrounding region. Even after decades, the island remains unsafe for permanent habitation. Today, Bikini Atoll draws scientists and daring divers, with sunken ships in its clear waters creating an eerie yet captivating underwater landscape. While radiation exposure levels have decreased, recent studies reveal that parts of the island still exceed health safety limits. Local wildlife, including coconut crabs and coconuts, show traces of radioactive elements. Experts predict it could take centuries before the island is fully safe for human settlement. Human ambition and nature don't always align. Our next destination offers a sobering reminder of this delicate balance and its enduring consequences. Number 6. Fukushima, Japan. In March 2011, a powerful earthquake struck off Japan's coast, triggering a massive wave that hit the Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant. This resulted in a widely known and impactful event. Floodwaters disabled the plant's cooling systems, causing technical failures and releasing substances into the environment, effects that continue to be studied today. Fukushima stands as a powerful reminder of nature's force and the long-term consequences of complex disasters. More than a decade later, areas near the plant are carefully managed, with some zones reopening due to recovery efforts led by the Japanese government and TEPO. However, certain zones still require close monitoring. Despite safety warnings, some residents, especially the elderly, have chosen to return to familiar surroundings, and wildlife has reclaimed parts of the area, offering scientists a chance to study ecosystem changes. In 2021, Japan announced plans to process and release treated water from the Fukushima area into the Pacific, sparking mixed reactions. While the water is extensively filtered, trace amounts of tritium, a low-risk isotope in small quantities, remain, raising concerns about long-term effects. Number 5. The Devil's Pool, Victoria Falls, Zambia. The Devil's Pool is a famous destination at Victoria Falls, offering adventure seekers stunning views from a breathtaking height. This natural pool, carved over centuries, allows visitors to witness one of the world's most iconic waterfalls up close. From August to December, when water levels drop, guides help visitors reach a calmer area. During the rainy season, from January to July, The Zambezi River's strong current makes the Devil's Pool inaccessible, and tourists are encouraged to view the falls from safer spots. The pool is also home to some river wildlife, adding an adventurous touch to the experience. For those daring enough to try it, the Devil's Pool offers a once-in-a-lifetime chance to connect with nature's raw beauty. From waterfalls to rivers, not every danger is easy to spot. What makes a peaceful stream in England one of the deadliest places to enter? Number 4. Bolton Strid, England. The Bolton Strid in Yorkshire, England, looks like a peaceful stream, but beneath its calm surface lies a deadly secret. This narrow section of the River Wharfe is known for its strong and unpredictable currents that have surprised many. Local legends warn that no one who has fallen in has easily made it back. What sets the Strid apart is how the River Wharfe, which spans about 65 miles, narrows from roughly 30 feet wide to just 6 feet at Bolton. This dramatic change forces water through a tight passage, creating a powerful current that rushes through submerged caves and rocky channels. The fast-moving water generates hidden whirlpools and strong currents that can pull someone under almost instantly, making escape nearly impossible. Unlike broader, shallower rivers, the Strid's confined flow and immense force create a uniquely dangerous situation. Though it appears scenic and inviting, the Bolton Strid hides a perilous nature that has caught many off guard. It serves as a reminder that even beautiful places can conceal unexpected dangers beneath the surface. Next, we'll visit a fiery pit that has burned for over 50 years, a striking example of humanity's impact on nature. Number 3. Darvaza Gas Crater, Turkmenistan. In Turkmenistan's Karakum Desert, a vast natural pit known as the Darvaza Gas Crater has burned brightly for over 50 years. This crater, about 230 feet wide and 65 feet deep, was formed in 1971 when Soviet geologists accidentally tapped into a natural gas pocket. To prevent gas from escaping, they set it on fire, intending it to burn briefly, but it has been glowing ever since. The extreme heat near the crater's edge makes it dangerous to approach, yet the Darvaza crater attracts visitors fascinated by its fiery glow in the middle of the desert. At night, the flames create a surreal sight, reminding us of the power of nature and the unintended impact of human actions. As of 2024, Turkmenistan's government is considering steps to reduce environmental effects, but for now, the Darvaza crater remains a glowing phenomenon in the desert. Ready to scale incredible heights? Few places test human endurance like Everest, where even breathing becomes a challenge. Number 2. Mount Everest Zone, Nepal. Everest Death Zone, located above 8,000 meters, is one of the most demanding environments on Earth. In this zone, oxygen levels drop drastically compared to sea level, making it incredibly difficult for climbers to survive. Many face severe exhaustion and breathing difficulties while battling freezing temperatures and fierce winds. Prolonged exposure here can cause life-threatening health issues. The harsh conditions make rescuing climbers in distress extremely challenging, and solemn markers along the ascent serve as somber reminders of the risks. Despite these dangers, hundreds of climbers attempt the journey each year, driven by the dream of reaching the world's highest peak. Those who succeed are rewarded with a view few will ever experience. However, this journey demands meticulous preparation, unwavering focus, and immense respect for nature's power. Our final destination takes us to one of the most secretive and heavily guarded places on Earth. What mysteries are hidden on this forbidden island? Number 1. North Sentinel Island, India. North Sentinel Island, located in the Bay of Bengal, is a mysterious and isolated place. It is home to the uncontacted Sentinelese tribe who have lived in seclusion for over 60,000 years. Fiercely protective of their culture, the Sentinelese reject outside contact to preserve their way of life. Although under Indian jurisdiction, the government enforces strict regulations, including a 3-mile exclusion zone to safeguard both the tribe and outsiders. In 2018, an incident involving an outsider attempting to visit highlighted the importance of respecting the tribe's preference for isolation. Anthropologists and geographers are intrigued by these Sentinelese, whose language, traditions, and daily lives remain largely a mystery. The tribe is believed to live much as their ancestors did, relying on hunting, fishing, and gathering to survive on their resource-rich island. Shielded from modern diseases, they thrive in a unique environment. North Sentinel Island is one of the last untouched frontiers, symbolizing the resilience of ancient ways and reminding us that some places and peoples are best left undisturbed. Colombia is a lively and extraordinary country in South America. It is a land where you can experience the charm and captivating presence of some of the most stunning women in Latin America. But beyond the beauty, let's take a closer look at the heart of the country, the people, and the ways they make a living. In this documentary, we will uncover the unique qualities that define Colombia and dive into life within its renowned cities, all through the eyes of its residents. Colombians take pride in keeping their cities clean and safe, helping tourists feel welcomed and secure. Colombian women, known for their stunning beauty shaped by indigenous African and European roots, often win global beauty titles such as Miss Universe. Their curvy figures, thick wavy hair, and expressive eyes in a range of shades create a captivating and unforgettable charm. The warm climate enhances their diverse skin tones with a natural sun-kissed glow. But beauty isn't everything. Colombian women are celebrated for their warmth, friendliness, and vibrant personalities. They shine in social settings, love engaging conversations, and excel in salsa dancing. Education is important to many, with women pursuing higher degrees and mastering multiple languages. They cherish family and social bonds, standing out for their loyalty and devotion in relationships. Colombia, with its rich culture, gorgeous beaches, and fascinating people, draws countless visitors from the United States and Canada each year. Medellin's streets buzz with music, festivals, and weddings, showcasing the country's dynamic traditions. Although crime can be a concern, the lively nightlife and genuine warmth of the locals will win you over. So, were you impressed by the women here? Does Colombia's culture and lifestyle spark your curiosity? Share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. Living in Colombia offers a refreshing escape from the high costs of Western countries. Picture yourself in a spacious 3-bedroom apartment for just $1,000 per month, including electricity, water, and internet. While elite neighborhoods cost more, Colombia's overall affordability is hard to beat. In the year 2024, a single person's monthly expenses, excluding rent, fall between $524 and $1,077, depending on the city and lifestyle. For a family of 4, expenses range from $1,599 to $2,299. Renting a furnished 1-bedroom apartment in an upscale area costs between $480 and $868, while in a typical area it ranges from $271 to $479. Public transportation remains budget-friendly, with a monthly pass priced at $38 and gas just over $1.04 per liter. Cities like Medellin, Bogotá, and Cartagena are slightly more expensive due to their popularity, but they are still affordable by global standards. Motorbikes, or mototaxis, dominate the streets, offering an economical and speedy way to navigate urban and rural areas, reflecting the financial reality for many Colombians. Medellin's metro system, including its metro cable lines, connects hillside communities to the city center. Personal cars are common, but traffic and parking challenges persist. Travelers can rent cars, while cities like Bogotá and Medellin feature bike-sharing programs and dedicated bike lanes. Colombia's diverse transportation options add to its unique charm, making it a compelling choice for those seeking lower living costs and a vibrant lifestyle. Yet, Colombia's affordability and beauty are contrasted by the tough economic realities faced by many of its citizens. When walking the streets, be cautious of motorcyclists who might target you to snatch valuable items. In crowded cities that buzz with activity day and night, pickpocketing is a frequent concern. Tourists are advised to carry only the cash they need. It's not uncommon to see police apprehending pickpockets even in broad daylight. In larger cities, locals joke about never extending your hand out a car window at night. Motorcyclists can grab your watch or phone in seconds. While crime has lessened since the car thefts and baton attacks of the 1990s, staying alert is still important. Many people sleep on the streets using cardboard as makeshift bedding. This stark reality has cultivated a sense of maturity in Colombian children, making them cautious, thoughtful, and wise beyond their years. In Cartagena, Venezuelan refugees sell souvenirs including cigars marketed as Cuban. Despite economic challenges, Colombians maintain an infectious optimism, often greeting life with a smile. These adversities have not deterred Colombia from becoming a top destination for senior tourists from the United States and Europe. Medellin, once the epicenter of criminal gangs, has transformed into a major tourist hotspot. Visitors are captivated by its turbulent history, including stops at Escobar's grave, while appreciating the city's remarkable transformation. In Medellin, street performers add energy to daily life. When traffic lights turn red, dancers perform in front of waiting cars, later asking for tips. This lively street culture also features windshield cleaners working hard to earn a living. Colombian women take immense pride in their appearance, much like their Russian counterparts. They enjoy snapping photos in the country's stunning locales, finding joy in simple pleasures. Gratitude for life's humble blessings shapes their perspective, adding to their charm. Before we continue, I have a quick request for all of you listening. If you'd like to support us, simply hit that subscribe button. In return, we'll keep making this program even more incredible for you. Sound good? Colombia remains a significant force in the illegal drug trade, ranking as one of the world's top cocaine producers. Despite continuous efforts, the country faces challenges in eliminating coca plantations and dismantling the powerful drug cartels that transport cocaine globally. These operations are run by highly organized and formidable criminal networks. Illegal gold mining is widespread, especially in remote regions. This harmful activity pollutes water sources with mercury and causes widespread deforestation, posing serious threats to the environment and local communities. Workers in these mines often face grueling conditions and exploitation. In Colombia, it's not unusual to see groups arriving in 5 or 6 cars to gather at restaurants or events. The individuals sitting nearby might belong to gangs but could easily be mistaken for a typical group of friends. An intriguing aspect of cartel culture is the preference for mistresses with strikingly curvaceous figures, a tradition that dates back to the days of Pablo Escobar. During the height of motorbike crime, helmets were banned to catch criminals on camera. Today, advanced security cameras and facial recognition systems have improved safety. Colombia's fast-paced lifestyle offers thrilling experiences but also sophisticated scams. Be cautious when shopping on unreliable websites or renting apartments, as scammers often create elaborate stories. For example, they may present official-looking documents for an apartment that doesn't exist. Avoid street vendors selling tobacco like herbs. Tragically, tourists have died after using these substances. Always think carefully before inhaling anything offered to you. Colombian streets are alive with energy, bustling with street vendors working tirelessly day and night. Despite limited resources, many locals go out of their way to assist, like helping with a flat tire or translating. The police are also helpful, especially in overcoming language barriers. Medellin, Colombia's second-largest city, offers a fascinating mix of history and modern energy. Once infamous as the home of Pablo Escobar, it has reinvented itself into a bustling hub for tourism and opportunity, attracting visitors from across the globe. With its vibrant nightlife, Medellin comes alive with music, dancing, colorful street art, and delicious cuisine. Founded in the 17th century, the city has grown from a quiet town to a thriving metropolis with nearly 4 million residents. Including its surrounding regions, the population exceeds 5 million. Medellin's growth was fueled by the rise of the textile industry, and despite its turbulent past, the city continues to thrive. Its skyline, dominated by tall, reddish buildings, stands as a symbol of resilience and progress. Medellin's nightlife is a burst of energy and excitement, considered among the most dynamic in the world. Its people are renowned for their beauty and charisma, earning admiration far beyond South America. Colombian women in particular are known for their charm and friendliness, often dressing elegantly to make an impression. Visitors are greeted warmly, especially when they present themselves respectfully. Colombians generally have a positive attitude toward Europeans and Americans, showing more engagement with those who appear to have higher economic standing. Medellin, the heart of Colombia's nightlife, offers endless opportunities to enjoy Latin music, connect with locals, and dance until dawn. Parque Lleras serves as the centerpiece of Medellin's nightlife, teeming with bars, clubs, and restaurants. This lively hotspot attracts locals and tourists alike, with its street performers and bustling outdoor seating. For a more authentic local vibe, head to Lleras, known for its relaxed atmosphere, an array of bars, cafes, and salsa clubs, especially around La Satenza. In these vibrant spaces, Colombia's passion for celebration truly shines. Certainly, many people still live in older low-rise buildings in less developed parts of the city. However, Commune 13, once a hub for Escobar's operations, has transformed into a vibrant tourist destination. This influx of tourism boosts the local economy, helping small shops and street vendors thrive. The area's artistic revival showcases Colombia's creative spirit, turning a troubled history into a beacon of opportunity. Colombia's unique strata system defines the quality of life for its residents. Neighborhoods are divided into levels that influence living standards and opportunities. Upscale areas feature striking, modern reddish buildings, with some offering rooftop pools and stunning views. However, living on upper floors may not suit those with a fear of heights. This system, akin to hotel star ratings, ranges from Estrato 1 to Estrato 6 based on income and social class. Lower strata, like 1 to 3, typically house small businesses and modest incomes, while higher strata, like 4 to 6, include more affluent residents and professionals. Elite areas feature enhanced security, co-working spaces, and a sophisticated cafe culture, creating a safe and polished environment. For those without traditional jobs, opportunities abound. You can work as a courier using an electric bike or sell goods at a street stand. Vendors sell everything from fresh fruits and vegetables to homemade dishes like mazamorra. These vendors thrive despite low prices, offering fresh products at rates supermarkets can't match. Colombians adore pets, particularly parrots and hummingbirds, which symbolize resilience. The prevalence of green decorations reflects a love for nature and contributes to a calming lifestyle. Walking dogs is also common, and professional dog walkers often manage multiple pets for busy, affluent clients. Traffic lights in Colombia provide an unexpected source of entertainment. Groups of 10 to 15 performers put on dance shows, making your wait more enjoyable. Small donations help these artists sustain their craft. From circus acts to street performances, Colombians embrace creativity to make a living, enriching their city's vibrant culture. Prostitution is another source of income for some women. The government does not penalize this profession, making it a quick way for some to earn money. In Medellin, with sufficient funds, it is easy to find companionship at any hour. Beyond traditional jobs, some Colombians are drawn to the lucrative but high-risk world of mercenary work. In Colombia, the appeal of mercenary work is strong, driven by high pay and limited support for military veterans. Colombian mercenaries are in high demand, especially in the Middle East, where they have served in Yemen, Iraq, Libya, Afghanistan, and the United Arab Emirates. Wealthy governments and private security firms offer substantial compensation for their skills, making it an enticing option for veterans facing financial struggles at home. The Colombian military's low pensions, typically around $300 to $400 per month, contrast sharply with mercenary salaries of $2,500 to $3,500 monthly, plus bonuses for high-risk assignments. This significant pay gap pushes many veterans into mercenary roles, as insufficient transition programs fail to reintegrate them into civilian life. Colombia's long history of violence and conflict further complicates these issues, weaving the mercenary industry into the nation's socio-economic fabric and making it a prominent avenue for those seeking financial stability. Colombia is famous for its rich cultural diversity and vibrant festivities, including an extraordinary number of public holidays. With 18 national holidays each year, Colombia stands among the top countries for public celebrations globally. One of the most unique events is the International Day of Laziness, celebrated annually on the third Monday of August in the town of Itegui. This whimsical festival honors the art of rest and relaxation, encouraging participants to take a break from their fast-paced lives. The streets are lined with hammocks, and the event features lounging contests and various recreational activities, all designed to emphasize the value of slowing down. This quirky celebration reflects Colombia's joyful spirit and its emphasis on balancing hard work with moments of leisure and relaxation. What do you think about celebrating an International Lazy Day? Would you like to see a festival like this in your hometown, and how would you spend your perfect lazy day? Let me know in the comments below. If you plan to move to Colombia, learning the local language fluently is essential for settling down permanently. Money laundering laws are strict, so transferring your hard-earned money out of the country is not easy. You must prove your funds are legitimate and provide valid reasons for taking them out. The government prefers to keep currency within the country and discourages the outflow of money earned in Colombia. High taxes and currency devaluation are critical factors to consider when moving to Colombia. If you plan to start a business, be aware that the income tax rate is 35%, a relatively high rate compared to many other regions. High taxes are common in developing countries with high inflation and low average incomes, as seen across much of South America. However, despite these challenges, city squares are often impressively clean and well-maintained. The Colombian peso has seen significant devaluation, Currently, $1 equals about 4,200 pesos. A hearty meal anywhere in the country costs around 12,000 pesos, or roughly $3. Luxury hotel stays average about $35 per night, offering excellent value for visitors. In Medellin and Bogotá, the average monthly income is about $300, with the national minimum wage set at $261. This means locals often face financial struggles that tourists might not notice. The country also has an Uber system, and for around $3, you can easily travel anywhere in Medellin without navigating crowded public transport. In Colombia, a dependable person can accomplish several tasks in just one day, making it a highly cost-efficient service. However, cultural differences can arise, especially when interacting with Colombian men, who rarely admit to mistakes. For example, if a service does not meet your expectations or a taxi driver takes you to the wrong location, resolving the issue may require a delicate approach. Colombians avoid confrontation and dislike placing blame. To maintain good relationships, use a calm tone and avoid profanity. While swearing might be accepted in other cultures, in Colombia it is considered aggressive, even if you're under the influence. Staying polite and composed is key. Colombian traditions are colorful and deeply rooted in their culture. On New Year's Eve, people burn Año Viejo effigies made from old clothes and sawdust, symbolizing the end of the year and a hopeful start to the new one. At Colombian weddings, La Hora Loca brings an hour of lively celebration with costumes and confetti, while the money dance allows guests to pin cash on the bride and groom for prosperity. Other customs include lighting a unity candle, exchanging 13 coins as a symbol of financial support, and serving sancocho de gallina, a traditional chicken soup believed to bring good luck. These special traditions highlight Colombia's rich cultural heritage and strong sense of community. If rugby is the national sport of the United States, then Tejo is Colombia's. Tejo remains a lively and integral part of the country's culture in the year 2024, blending tradition, competition, and social interaction. The game involves throwing a metal disc at a target board to strike explosive packets, creating an exciting and unique experience. Efforts to attract younger generations through school programs and modernized courts with electronic scoring systems are helping preserve this beloved tradition. The sport's growing international recognition, fueled by the Colombian diaspora and tourism, underscores its enduring charm. With support from media and government sponsorship, Tejo continues to thrive in Colombian society, combining cultural heritage with lively competition and camaraderie. For those considering a move to Colombia, understanding the residency process is crucial. In Colombia, locals often attribute many negative events to Venezuelans. Homelessness or disruptive behavior is frequently blamed on non-Colombians. To succeed and make a living in Colombia, particularly in the IT sector, you need to invest in developing. The country places high value on educated individuals who can contribute to its economy. Cafes are often filled with people working on laptops, many engaged in coding or handling tech tasks remotely. In fact, it is said that professionals in the IT field can earn more than doctors here. Thinking about moving to Colombia? One straightforward way to obtain a residence permit is through a company invitation with a minimum monthly salary of $700. For a personal residence permit, an investment of around $32,000 grants you and your family a one-year permit which can be extended if your business thrives. Real estate offers another path to residency. Purchasing property worth $150,000 in any city provides a 5-year residency permit, renewable without requiring you to report business activities. Colombia is open to investors even in challenging economic times. If you arrive on a 90-day tourist visa and fall in love with the country, you can apply for residency after enrolling in a 1-year language school. This demonstrates your commitment to staying in Colombia. Additionally, learning Spanish is invaluable, as billions around the world don't speak a word of it. Experience the vibrant flavors of Colombia, where every dish reflects the country's rich cultural and geographical diversity. Fresh fish fills the bustling markets, showcasing the locals' love for seafood. Street food is more than just a quick bite, it's a cultural staple. Beyond fried fish, you'll discover ground cornbreads and hearty soups that offer warmth and comfort. A standout dish is bandeja paisa, originating from the Antioquia region. This generous platter includes rice, beans, fried eggs, chorizo, avocado, ground beef, crispy pork belly chicharrón, arepa, and sweet plantains. Each element tells a story of Colombia's diverse cultural influences. One of the country's most fascinating and traditional dishes is hormiga culona, or big-ass ants, from the Santander region. This delicacy, rooted in pre-Columbian history, was once prized as both a nutritious and aphrodisiac food source. These large leafcutter ants are harvested during the rainy season, then roasted and salted to create a crunchy snack with a nutty flavor. Culinary reviews and gastronomic studies reveal the rising popularity of hormiga culona. Colombian chefs and street vendors are incorporating this unique ingredient into contemporary dishes, blending ancient traditions with modern tastes. This edible insect not only highlights Colombia's rich cultural heritage but also aligns with a global shift towards sustainable and alternative protein sources. What if after enjoying a Coca-Cola, you could chew the bottle? In Colombia, this quirky experience becomes a reality. They've designed a Coca-Cola bottle made entirely of edible ice, shaped just like the original. A rubber band with the Coca-Cola logo wraps around it, preventing your fingers from freezing, and once the ice melts, you're left with a bracelet. Zero waste. But there's more. Coca-Cola has introduced a special edition flavor in Colombia called Coca-Cola Sabores de Colombia, featuring exotic native fruits like lulo and feijoa. Partnering with local farmers, Coca-Cola delivers a sustainable, authentic flavor that celebrates Colombia's vibrant culture and rich biodiversity. The packaging is adorned with colorful depictions of the Amazon rainforest and Andean mountains, highlighting the country's natural beauty. The launch event in Bogotá was a vibrant celebration, filled with traditional music and dance, emphasizing the cultural significance of this unique flavor. While in Colombia, don't miss their passion for beer and aguada. Across the country, you'll find men and women alike savoring these beverages, turning every gathering into a lively celebration. The Kogi tribe of Colombia, an indigenous people living in the Sierra Nevada de Santa Marta Mountains, are celebrated for their rich cultural heritage and profound spiritual connection to nature. Descended from the ancient Tairona civilization, the Kogi have preserved their traditional way of life and a worldview that stresses the interconnectedness of all living things. Referring to themselves as the elder brothers, they see the rest of humanity as the younger brothers, believing it is their responsibility to maintain the planet's ecological balance. The Kogi's advanced environmental practices and spiritual rituals are deeply rooted in their reverence for Aluna, the cosmic consciousness they believe sustains all life. In recent years, the Kogi have attracted global attention for their efforts to protect their sacred lands from threats like mining and deforestation. They are strong advocates for sustainable practices and environmental conservation, standing as powerful voices for preserving the Earth's resources. What do you think of the Kogi tribe's belief in their role as elder brothers to humanity? How can we incorporate their sustainable practices into our own lives? Share your thoughts below. I'd love to hear from you. Colombia, a vibrant and colorful nation, is home to 52 million people. Spanning over 1 million square kilometers, its diverse geography includes the Caribbean Sea to the north and the Pacific Ocean to the west. Sharing borders with Panama, Ecuador, and Venezuela, Colombia's fertile lands are interwoven with hundreds of rivers. Most Colombians reside in the lively northern and western regions, while the southeastern area is dominated by the dense Amazon rainforest, home to indigenous tribes. As the second most populous country in South America, Colombia boasts a rich culture, breathtaking scenery, and a fascinating history. Medellin, situated north of the capital Bogotá, is one of Colombia's most intriguing cities. Once infamous as Pablo Escobar's base, it has evolved into a thriving metropolis with nearly 3 million residents. Its skyline, reminiscent of Hong Kong, symbolizes urban resilience and remarkable transformation. Relocating from Europe to Colombia brings many pleasant surprises. Colombian children are endearing and the climate is a significant draw. Imagine trading heavy winter blankets for a light t-shirt. The mild weather is neither too hot nor too cold, offering year-round comfort for a relaxed lifestyle. For those earning in dollars or euros, Colombia is a haven of affordable services. While a house cleaner in the United States may cost $15 per hour, in Colombia you can hire someone for the same amount per day. This includes cleaning, ironing, and cooking, luxuries that are both rare and expensive in Europe or America. Colombia leads in marriage equality, recognizing polygamous same-sex unions. This progressive step highlights the nation's dedication to human rights and inclusivity, allowing multiple same-sex partners to legally marry. These unions provide the same benefits as traditional marriages, including inheritance, social security, and healthcare access. This inclusive policy has helped build a more diverse and accepting society. A report from the Ministry of Justice in the year 2023 confirmed the legal status of these unions. Research from Universidad de los Andes shows they improve mental health and social cohesion. Colombia's forward-thinking approach sets a compelling example for other nations. Moving to Colombia offers many benefits, especially regarding the ease of tasks like opening a bank account or renting a home. These processes are often quicker and smoother than in the United States or Europe, particularly if you hold a strong passport. Obtaining a residency permit in Colombia is relatively straightforward, making it an attractive destination for immigrants. Blending in and forming friendships with locals is surprisingly easy in Colombia. Many move here for its vibrant culture and welcoming lifestyle. For example, retired American soldiers often bring pensions of $2,000 to $3,000, which can provide a lifestyle equivalent to $6,000 to $7,000 in their home country. This transition allows for a higher standard of living and a chance to embrace a warm and hospitable culture. Additionally, Colombia's reputation for having some of the most beautiful women in Latin America adds to its appeal, making it a captivating place to start anew. After 10 at night, the city transforms into a haven of indulgence. By day, its lively tourist attractions offer peaceful bicycle tours to explore stunning Spanish architecture, providing moments of tranquility. Simply observing the daily rhythms of locals is a unique experience. As an outsider, I find the routines of Colombians captivating. Some open shops, others paint, while many head out to shop. This city, once invaded by pirates and empires, has become a tourist paradise where visitors and locals forge connections. Beyond its breathtaking architecture and bustling nightclubs, the city features stunning beaches accessible by boat. However, be cautious of taxi drivers who avoid using meters. Always negotiate fares up front. Only the route between the city and airport has fixed pricing. In Cartagena, dressing casually and negotiating with locals for services is advisable. Colombia's natural wonders, such as the Five Colors River, showcase its unparalleled beauty. Discover the mesmerizing Five Colors River, one of the world's most stunning natural wonders. Tucked within the Serra de la Macarena National Park, this river bursts with vibrant hues of red, yellow, green, blue, and black, thanks to the unique Macarena claviegera plants. During the rainy season, these plants bloom, creating an unforgettable sight. Eco-tourism is thriving here, drawing visitors from around the globe to witness this breathtaking marvel. The Colombian government is dedicated to protecting this fragile ecosystem, ensuring Caino Cristales remains pristine for future generations. To the north, beyond the bustling capital of Bogotá and the famed Medellin, lies Cartagena. Facing the Caribbean Sea, Cartagena is full of wild, lively charm that resonates deeply. Meanwhile, Bogotá, a sprawling metropolis of 7 million people, stands at 8,645 feet above sea level, known for its colorful views and unique cable cars. As Colombia's business hub and a leader in higher education, Bogotá offers a vibrant urban experience, though areas like Santa Fe Street are better avoided due to illicit activities. Colombia also boasts affordable cuisine, vibrant nightlife, and incredible natural attractions like the Gateway Village near Medellin. Just a 2-hour drive away, this lush paradise features ancient rock formations and a stunning lake created in the year 1970 for electricity. In village markets, you'll find lively music, crocodile heads, and rare Amazon fish, with locally made cigarettes costing less than factory-produced ones. Despite economic hardships, Colombians, particularly in rural areas, remain warm and hospitable, enjoying unique dishes such as grilled turtles. Santa Cruz del Islote is another fascinating spot, a tiny, densely populated island with only 200 residents. With no police or hospitals, the community relies on fishing and solar power. While modern amenities like Wi-Fi are available, the island lacks a wastewater treatment system, using surrounding waters for daily needs. Colombia in the year 2024 is a land of contrasts: dynamic cities, lively nightlife, remote villages, and extraordinary natural wonders. Its beauty, including some of the most stunning women in Latin America, is just one of many reasons to explore this captivating country. If you enjoyed today's video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot to us. Click on the video that appears on your screen right now. I'm sure you'll love this content. Comment below about the next country you want to see featured on our channel. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next video. Thanks for joining us. Leave a comment, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting videos. See you in the next video. Sri Lanka is often called the teardrop of India because its shape on the world map resembles a teardrop. While the name may sound somber, the country itself is brimming with joy. The smiles and warmth of Sri Lankan women are unforgettable, genuine, welcoming, and always eager to connect. If you're a tea lover, Sri Lanka is a must-visit to experience its world-famous tea culture. It's also home to a sacred Bodhi tree that has stood for over 2,200 years, a symbol of its deep spiritual heritage. And here's a fun fact. In Sri Lanka, hotels aren't always places to sleep. Get ready to be amazed and intrigued by 18 fascinating facts about Sri Lanka that you may not know. Some would just take your breath away. Sri Lanka is affectionately called the Pearl of the Indian Ocean and the Teardrop of India. The name Pearl of the Indian Ocean likely reflects this small island's stunning natural beauty, unique biodiversity, and its wealth of precious gemstones. The nickname Teardrop of India comes from its teardrop shape and its location just off India's southern coast, easily noticeable on a map. Interestingly, Sri Lanka remains a lesser-known gem. Many people haven't heard much about it, and only a modest number of travelers venture here. Being an island, getting there typically means catching a flight. Covering over 65,000 square kilometers, this island nation is alive with vibrant culture and bustling life. Home to more than 23 million people, Sri Lanka's rich ethnic diversity includes Sinhalese, Tamil, Moorish, and several other groups, making it a fascinating tapestry of traditions and customs. Sri Lanka's colonial history has deeply shaped its culture and economy. Even today, remnants of this legacy can be found beyond Colombo, providing a glimpse into the island's past. The colonial period began in the early 1500s under Portuguese rule. Later, the Dutch governed for nearly 150 years, until the British seized control in the early 1800s. Under British rule, Sri Lanka, then known as Ceylon, experienced major economic transformations, especially through the creation of vast tea, coffee, and rubber plantations. These industries remained critical to Sri Lanka's economy. After independence, Sri Lanka faced waves of economic and social challenges. Tensions between Tamil and Sinhalese communities, among others, disrupted both economic progress and social cohesion. These struggles culminated in 2022 when the country faced severe debt, causing difficulties in importing essentials like fuel. If you've made it this far, we hope you're enjoying this journey into Sri Lanka's history. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. It only takes 5 seconds, and we have plenty more fascinating stories to share. Now, let's explore the captivating world of tea together. If you're a tea lover, there's a good chance your cup came from Sri Lanka, a country once called Ceylon, a name forever linked with tea. The British brought the first tea plant to the island in 1824, transporting it from China. This historic plant was displayed in the Royal Botanical Gardens near Kandy, laying the foundation for what would become a thriving industry. Today, this teardrop-shaped island remains one of the world's top tea producers and exporters, with over 1 million of its 23 million citizens working in tea production. For tea enthusiasts visiting Sri Lanka, the Ceylon Tea Museum, located just 4 kilometers south of Kandy, is an essential stop. It's the perfect spot to sip a cup of exceptional tea while delving into the fascinating history of Sri Lanka's tea industry. The museum showcases exhibits honoring tea pioneers like James Taylor and Thomas Lipton, whose efforts made tea a beloved ritual in homes across the United Kingdom. When you visit Sri Lanka, you'll often be met with warm smiles and genuine hospitality, not only in popular tourist spots but also in small towns and rural villages. Sri Lankans deeply value community, respect, and kindness, and they will go out of their way to assist anyone in need. Children are everywhere, curious and quick to greet foreigners with laughter and wide-eyed wonder. If you offer them a piece of chocolate or a small gift, their joy is infectious, creating moments you'll never forget. Sri Lankan women are renowned for their unique and captivating beauty. Their charm is more than skin deep, radiating from their confidence and graceful demeanor. Many have a healthy brown complexion, thick black hair, and deep, expressive eyes that reflect the timeless allure of South Asian women. On special occasions, Sri Lankan women often wear the traditional sari, a long, flowing garment wrapped elegantly around the body. These saris are usually adorned with vibrant colors and intricate patterns, emphasizing both their beauty and dignity. This traditional attire complements their graceful movements and highlights their inner poise. What makes Sri Lankan women even more endearing is their gentle and welcoming nature. Polite, warm-hearted, and gracious, they exude kindness in every interaction, leaving a lasting impression on those who meet them. Sarah from Canada shared her experience. At a wedding in Kandy, I saw Sri Lankan women in their traditional saris for the first time. The vibrant designs and intricate patterns were breathtaking. Each woman carried herself with such elegance and charm. They shared stories about their culture, making me feel included in a way I never expected. Daniel from Germany had a similar story. I stayed at a family-run guest house in Galle, where the hosts were incredibly welcoming. They offered tea and homemade snacks daily. One evening, the mother of the house dressed me in a traditional sarong for a cultural event. She patiently taught me how to wrap it while laughing with me as I struggled. It was an unforgettable experience that made me feel truly connected to their way of life. Have you experienced similar moments during your travels when a culture's warmth and charm left a deep impression on you? Or if you're planning a trip to Sri Lanka, what are you most looking forward to? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. In most cultures, people nod their head to say yes and shake their head to say no. However, in Sri Lanka, it's quite the opposite. To indicate agreement or say yes, Sri Lankans shake their head from side to side in a gesture that might confuse outsiders at first. Oliver from New Zealand shared his experience. During my first few days in Sri Lanka, I was completely baffled by the head gestures. I stopped a local to ask for directions, and he began shaking his head from side to side. Thinking this meant no, I started walking away. He quickly stopped me, laughed, and pointed me in the right direction, explaining that the gesture actually meant yes. By the end of my trip, I was so used to it that I started using the head shake myself. While traveling in Sri Lanka, you might spot signs labeled hotel, but don't be surprised if it's not a place to spend the night. In Sri Lanka, it's common for restaurants, cafes, and bars to be called hotels. The exact reason for this is unclear, but if you ask the locals, they'll probably say it's just a quirky trend. Sophie and Jack from Canada shared their experience. We were exploring Jaffna and looking for a place to stay. We saw a sign for Seaside Hotel and walked in, thinking it was accommodation. Instead, we were handed a menu. The staff laughed as we explained our confusion and told us it's normal for cafes and restaurants to use the word hotel in Sri Lanka. After that, it became a fun joke for us whenever we saw another hotel sign. Have you ever confused a hotel during your travels in Sri Lanka? Drop a yes or no in the comments below and share your story. Sri Lanka's economy is a vibrant mix of agriculture, tourism, and traditions that are deeply connected to its breathtaking natural surroundings. Let's explore the fascinating lifelines that sustain this island nation, from its famous tea fields to its enduring fishing heritage. Sri Lanka is globally celebrated for its exceptional tea, ranking among the world's top exporters alongside industry giants like China and India. Rice, a staple of Sri Lankan cuisine, is cultivated widely across the island's plains and forms a daily part of nearly every household's meals. Fishing is an integral part of Sri Lanka's coastal culture. Along the shores, you'll find colorful boats of every size, reflecting the deep bond between the sea and local communities. These hard-working fishers spend long hours under the tropical sun, their sun-kissed skin telling stories of a life lived by the waves. Tourism is making a strong comeback in Sri Lanka, attracting travelers with its stunning beaches, ancient temples, rolling tea plantations, and lively festivals. "Are you a Buddhist?" is a common greeting in Sri Lanka, where nearly 70% of the population follows Buddhism. The island is dotted with temples, easily recognized by their pristine white paint, and Bodhi trees planted at their entrances. Buddhism was introduced to Sri Lanka in the 3rd century BCE, and for more than 2,000 years it has been deeply woven into the island's identity as the state religion. Almost every landmark and cultural site in this teardrop of India carries a connection to Buddhism. Among the most revered Buddhist sites is the sacred Bodhi tree, cherished by Sri Lankans. This ancient tree, over 2,200 years old, is a branch from the Bodhi tree in Bodh Gaya, where Prince Siddhartha meditated for 49 days and attained enlightenment, becoming the Buddha. Another iconic site is the Dambulla Rock Temple, the largest and best-preserved rock temple complex in Sri Lanka. Towering 160 meters above the surrounding plains, it features over 80 caves. For art lovers, the 5 main caves, spanning 2,000 square meters, are a treasure trove of statues and paintings illustrating the Buddha's life in vivid detail. Buddha statues, often encased in glass frames, can also be found on street corners and in public spaces, adding a serene and spiritual presence to everyday life across Sri Lanka. Curry is a cornerstone of Sri Lankan cuisine. It's common to see banners outside restaurants proudly announcing curry buffet available here. At any time of the day, whether it's breakfast, lunch, afternoon tea, or dinner, the vibrant colors and bold, spicy aroma of curry fill the air. From intimate family meals to large celebrations, curry is a constant presence on the table. For visitors, the unforgettable blend of rich spices and flavors creates a one-of-a-kind culinary experience. The taste of Sri Lankan curry lingers in the memory long after the first bite, leaving a lasting impression that's impossible to forget. Sri Lanka boasts a vibrant handicraft tradition that showcases its rich cultural heritage and artistic talent. Local artisans, often working in small, family-owned workshops, create stunning works by carving and painting wood, transforming it into unique souvenirs and cultural artifacts. Each piece carries a story, drawing inspiration from the island's deep history, mythology, and religious symbolism. Among the most popular crafts are hand-carved masks, intricate wooden sculptures, and finely painted pottery. Artisans skillfully use local woods like teak and mahogany, applying natural dyes and traditional painting methods passed down through generations. These exquisite crafts are often found in lively marketplaces or purchased directly from small village workshops, serving as both a livelihood and a cherished tradition for the artisans. When buying these items, haggling is not only common but welcomed. Typical asking prices range from 200,000 to 400,000 Indonesian rupiah, though skilled negotiation can bring the price down significantly. Keep in mind that Sri Lanka's average income is modest, with the minimum wage currently around 26,000 Sri Lankan rupees, equivalent to roughly 1.2 million Indonesian rupiah. Sri Lanka is renowned for hosting the largest elephant gathering in the world. Nicknamed The Gathering, this extraordinary event takes place annually in Minaria National Park. During the dry season, over 300 elephants converge at the park's water tank to drink, bathe, and graze on the freshly grown grass. It's like an enormous elephant celebration, where you can see matriarchs caring for their young alongside bull elephants seeking mates. This breathtaking spectacle is undoubtedly one of the most unforgettable experiences Sri Lanka has to offer. If you're visiting during August or September, make sure to explore Minaria National Park when the gathering reaches its peak. Colombo, the vibrant capital of Sri Lanka, sits along the island's western coast, seamlessly blending modernity with rustic charm. From above, it appears like any bustling metropolis, with a skyline of towering buildings and busy streets. Yet Colombo carries a unique character shaped by its history, culture, and deep connection to nature. Just outside its urban center, you'll find tranquil beaches where cows rest peacefully on the sand, a scene that reflects the Sri Lankan reverence for these gentle creatures. Geographically, Colombo is incredibly close to India, with the shortest stretch of sea between the two countries measuring just 34 kilometers. One of the city's most striking landmarks is the Lotus Tower, an elongated, oval-shaped observation tower. This iconic structure is a must-see for visitors, offering not only its distinctive architecture, but also breathtaking panoramic views of the city and coastline from its soaring heights. Opened as a major tourist attraction, the tower showcases Colombo's modern skyline set against the shimmering backdrop of the Indian Ocean. Beyond the city's busy streets, Colombo offers glimpses of Sri Lanka's natural richness. Monkeys and other wildlife can often be spotted on the city's outskirts, where the rustic charm of the countryside begins to blend with the energy of urban life. Sri Lanka's cultural differences between its northern and southern regions are captivating, shaped by distinct histories and traditions. The northern areas, primarily inhabited by Tamils, share strong ties with southern India, particularly Tamil Nadu. These similarities span language, cuisine, and customs, forming a cultural bridge that has grown over centuries. In contrast, the southern regions are predominantly Sinhalese, leading to noticeable differences in traditions, lifestyles, and even daily habits. The Tamil community in Sri Lanka has deep historical roots, with their ancestors migrating from southern India generations ago. However, after Sri Lanka gained independence, complex residency issues resulted in about 600,000 Tamils being repatriated to India. Despite this, many Tamil families remain and have made significant contributions to the country's cultural and linguistic identity. Today, Tamil and Sinhala are both official languages, reflecting the nation's rich multicultural heritage. Visitors can witness this diversity in everyday conversations, vibrant festivals,